Welcome back, everybody. This week, it's Pac-Man time. All right. So, as you saw, I just cut out my squares for my Lazy Susans, and I'm going to have two of them. I'm going to have one here, shelf in the center, and then another one. Now, how do you figure out how big of a one you can do? Now, you can buy these pre-made, and if you're just doing kitchen cabinets for someone else, you're going to save yourself a lot of time and hassle just to buy them because they're about $150. Now, I just spent it'd be 50. So I paid $100 for what I got. Then it's going to be my labor, and there's quite a bit of labor in these, probably about 3 or 4 hours. So, you know, you're not going to be able to build one for what you can buy one for if you're going to do it professionally, unless someone specifically wants something larger that, you know, or can't accommodate. You get to drift. But for a stock kitchen cabinet, no. So my cabinets on the interior is 34 and 5/8 by 34 and 5/8. Okay, so most manufacturers will tell you whatever your smallest dimension is, take 2 to 4 inches off of it. All right. So in my case, let's just say 34 to make it easy. I could make mine 32 inches, and then beyond that, that would be the largest I could do. Now I went in. I'm going in on mine because I already had a jig made up for a circle, and mine's going to be 30 inches. Now, okay, so now what we've got to do is, as I was saying just a second ago, my interior on mine's going to be 30 inches plus 3/8 on the outside. So, because I'm going to do a laminate band around it with some hard maple, you got to account for that. So make sure if you do the 2-inch increment that you come in 3/8 of an inch of whatever your measurement is, so that you don't get too big. So again, the reason why mine's going to be 30 is because that's what I have it set up for, and I'm not going to measure and drill another hole. It's just going to be what it is. All right, so I'm going to get this thing set up, and all this thing is it's real high tech. It's a piece of 3/4 plywood. It'd probably be better to do like a 1/4 inch piece, but I made this a couple years ago when I did some round tables for some Montessori classrooms, and I just set it up because that's what they wanted, was a 30-inch table. So you're going to get 30-inch Lazy Susans. All right, so what I'm going to do here is just measure the center of this, poke me a hole, and then put a screw in it, and then you'll see me cut it. So we got our circles cut. Now the next thing is we've got to make our maple to go around it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here in a second, cut some 3/8 inch pieces of maple. Now when you're doing a circle, you got to figure out how much material you're going to use. Now you can either go steal one from your wife's sewing cabinet. I happen to have this. I have no idea why I have this, but it's from Fast Cap. It's the floppy one. I don't know what else this would be good for, but and I'm just going to put it around it and figure out kind of close to what I need. And it's a lot more than what you think. So it's actually for a 30-inch diameter. It's almost 96 inches that you need to go around this. So I'm going to probably cut it at 92. Something like that. And so I'm going to run those, we're going to mill those pieces, and so let's do that real quick. Pieces roughed out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these at 2.5. Then I'm going to join them, and I'm going to come back, and I'm probably going to cut them to 2.25, and that'll give me a pretty good lip on that. There's no set way. I think most of them are about 1 inch, maybe, but I want a little higher. But I've seen them, some of them, they get up to 4 inch around. So you can do whatever you want, whatever fits your situation. I think with mine, that'll keep my... Alright, so it's time to bend this thing, and all I did was I took both of these. Ideally, when you bend something, you want it to be the exact same thickness of your material. Mine's a little bit off, but I just stacked them, and then I'm going to put a screw right here and just wrap it around. And I actually got this screw idea from Charles Neal. That was a good idea before. I just... we just try to wrap them around, and it's really difficult, but it gives you kind of a starting point, and this will get cut out anyway. So, all right, let's do it. Okay, so we got our outside of our Lazy Susan bent up, and now what I did was I put it in the cabinet here, and I just centered it so that I had the same around each portion. So I got like 2.25 this way, 2.25 that way, 2.25 that way, 2.25 that way, and then all I'm gonna do is I like mine to come out flush with this because my face frame will be behind it there, and I'm just going to draw me a line. I'm just going to do like this, come up underneath it and draw my line, and I'll cut that out. Alright, once I cut the dimension, that I've got to set it back 3/8 of an inch from my line here, so I'm going to come in here like this. I'd already made another pattern, but I almost forgot about that 3/8 of an inch, because once we put our banding on, it'll kick it out further. So, all right, I'm just gonna whack this out with the bandsaw and then flush trim it with a router. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next week.